everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. So, it's a week before Thanksgiving now, and I am having another getting ready for Thanksgiving day here. So what I decided to do this morning is get started on my applesauce. So I've been, peeling and chopping. I'm pretty sure I did a video last year on how I do my applesauce. So I don't know if I'm gonna go through the whole thing this morning on how I do it. It's very simple. I'm having my tea. It is so good. This is a black tea with mango, peach, and ginger in it. It is so good. Anyways, I'm going to look back at last year and see if I did a video. Pretty sure I did. Anyways, what I'm doing is I am preparing my apples. I'm removing the seeds for two reasons. One, my apple scraps are going to go in my compost. I do not wish to have little baby apple tree saplings popping up in the compost. So I am removing the seeds, and I'm going to save those. See if maybe I can grow an apple tree. I think I tried one other year and it didn't work out for me. I'd like to try again. Now, these apples are not from the grocery store. I got them from a local fruit farm, so they're local apples. So I feel comfortable giving it a try. So I'm saving those. Oh my goodness. There's a very large white dog over here. Serious. I think he wants outside, as usual. Yes, he's telling me yes, but giving me that intense Great Pyrenees. When they want something, they look at you very intently. You could have your back turned and you know that dog's staring at you. And he's wagging his tail. So I'm going to continue on getting my apples ready. And I will get back to you in a while. I don't measure stuff, so don't ask me how many apples. I bought a pack the other day. And I do want to make enough applesauce for Thanksgiving and to put up to last me till next fall. So I will probably get more apples, but I'm just going to slowly work my way through this pack first, and then I'll go get more. So I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. Okay, so I am still peeling and chopping apples, but I decided to get the cooking process started. So I put enough water in the pot to cover the bottom. I put this up on high just to bring it to a boil, so I got to watch carefully, because as soon as it gets to a boil, I need to lower it down to a simmer. So I'm going to continue on with preparing my apples. So anyways, there we go. I did look back to see if I had done previous videos on how I make my applesauce. I actually found 3. I think one I did in 2021, and then I did another in 2022. Now these were both done in my trailer, so it was very crowded in there. So I think last year I decided to do another one in here where there was more room and you could probably see better. You may have noticed there was no 2023 because that was the year I was recovering from my leg injury. So cooking and being in the kitchen was not an option. So anyways, I'm thinking today, got my applesauce up. I might put up my cranberry sauce. Not put it up, but, cook it. Also, I might want to start another Christmas cookie. I've been saying I want to do that all week and I haven't gotten around to it. Those are the Russian tea cakes. Now, my mom used to make those every Christmas. They're so good. I think we just used to call them snowballs because that's what they look like, cute little snowballs. and it's a perfect name for a Christmas cookie. But they're also well loved in my current, in my family now, So I'm going to make those. As for, I think I'm the only one who likes fresh cranberry sauce. I love it. I love making it. I love the way it makes the house smell. I love the spices in there. I just love the flavor. But Dad, he likes what I call the fake cranberry sauce. You know, the jug stuff in the can. You open the can, you just slide it out like dog food. He likes that. So I went and I bought 2 cans for him for next week. But I'm making myself the real stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, I gotta tell you guys what I'm making for dinner tonight. Oh my God. I'm making a roasted chicken, but it's a feta cheese roasted chicken. I can't wait. Oh my God. This recipe, I found it on All Recipes. And I saved it in my recipe, where you save your recipes on that site. I use that site so much I had to get the app. So I never made it though. Not that I can remember. So I'm making that tonight. Just trying to think. What kind of size? Yeah, so I'm not really going to show you guys. I will reference my video that I did previously on the applesauce. Either like right here on the screen, or I'll put it down in the comments. I'll do last year's because I was able to do it in a regular kitchen, and it just seems like maybe you guys can see it better instead of my travel trailer where it's very crowded. Now, Mr. Serious is out there barking at something. So I'm going to go have to, rein him in a little bit because he'll get out of control with the barking. So stay tuned. I'll get back to you later. Maybe just show you how my applesauce looks, and I'll give you the link to my previous one. I love homemade applesauce. Okay, so my applesauce is done. I left small chunks. This is what I love about making homemade. You can make it the way you want, the way you like it. I could cook it longer and get my apples smushed down more. I could probably even run it through a food processor to make it like really, really smooth. Or I could leave it like this, which I think I'm probably going to do. I added a little bit of sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And as you can see, I love my spice. It smells so good in here. Smells like the holidays. And I just tasted this. Oh my gosh. I'm going to say this is like the best applesauce I've ever made. It tastes like Christmas, if that makes any sense. So anyways, this is my first project done. I think I'm going to put some aside for dinner tonight. And then I'm going to put some aside in the freezer for Thanksgiving. And the rest I'm going to put up. And this is a half a pack of apples. So I still have another half pack left. Over the next few days, I will get around to making applesauce with that I can have until next fall. Okay, so applesauce is done. I am now onto my cranberry sauce, the fresh cranberry sauce, the real stuff. So anyways, this is 24 ounces of cranberries that I rinsed, and I have them in a pot. So what I want to do now is add the rind of one orange, and this was a fairly large orange. Then you want a pint of orange juice. Now what I did was I squeezed the juice from the orange I got the rind from, and then I added store-bought orange juice to that to make a pint. So So you want to put that in there. About 2 or 3 cinnamon sticks. I think I'm going to add just a tad more of ground cinnamon. Oh, here he goes again. He seems to know when I'm doing a video. Okay. Now, I love nutmeg in anything. This is optional. You don't have to put the nutmeg. I love that warm, cozy feeling that I get from nutmeg. You know, just the smell of it gives me that feeling. So I'm going to add a bit. Okay. So I got that in there. Then I want to add enough water to cover the cranberries. Okay, so I'm going to turn my heat on high for the moment because I want to bring that up to a boil. And also, I'm going to stir all this together. This is just very simple to make. Oh, and sugar. I forgot the sugar. We're definitely going to need that. This recipe calls for 2 cups. I'm going to try with a cup first because I don't know. I'm just not really big into overly sweet. But, you know, cranberries, you definitely need sweetener. There's a 1/2 cup. And another 1/2 cup. I'm going to stir this up again. So, when this gets to a boil, you're going to want to immediately turn your burner down so that it's simmering. And you can cook it for, you know, about an hour or for as little as long as you want. Again, just like applesauce. Must be having overflow. Just like applesauce, you cook it to the consistency you want. So, you know, you just kind of play it by ear, but I guess on average would be about an hour. And as this is cooking, you can hear your cranberries popping, which I love. And oh, it's going to smell so good with the cranberries and the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Oh. So I'm going to let this come to a boil. When I get to that part, I'll show you what it looks like. There. And now you don't need to use a cast iron saucepan, just any saucepan will do. Get your favorite saucepan out. Okay, so we'll put you on hold for a minute. Okay, so I'm just about at a boil here. I've already started hearing cranberries popping. So, yep, hear that? I love that sound. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn this down to, I don't know, I'm going to try to start with medium-low, see how that does. If it's too low, I'll do it at medium. And I'm going to simmer it for an hour. I will come back and show you its progress. Okay, this is, I would say, a little more than half an hour into the simmering process. I tasted this and I thought, well, it needs a full amount of sugar. So I put in another cup of brown sugar. Oh God, and then it tasted again. Oh my God, it tastes so good. So, you know, it's still very watery and stuff. The cranberries are no longer popping. So I think I'm going to turn this up a little bit to a little bit of a stronger simmer. It did go down a bit when I put the second portion of the sugar in. So I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to give it another half hour, and I'll show you guys what it looks like at that point, and then decide if I'm going to cook it more or less, whatever. Okay, so this is an hour after cooking it. Whoops, steaming up the camera. I think I'm going to cook it maybe just a little bit more. And then I'm going to let it cool down so that it kind of thickens. It is getting thicker, believe it or not. But yeah, I think I'm going to give it a little while longer. So anyways, I told you guys I was making that roasted chicken. I had some feta cheese left over from a previous recipe, and it was getting to the point I really needed to use it. So I'm making this. Now in here is the feta cheese, and you have garlic, oregano, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and olive oil, and you kind of smash it together until it makes this paste. And what I'm going to do next is in between the skin and the flesh, you stuff the feta. So this is going to be really good. So I'll get back to you when I'm further along with cranberries. So I wanted to show you a picture of my chicken when I took it out of the oven, but I forgot and we ate it. But oh my God, is it good? And I'm sharing the link with you guys. You've got to try it. It's so, so good. Anyways, my cranberry sauce, you can see it's nice and thick. It's cooled down. I might have some for a snack tonight. And then I'm going to put it away for next week. But yeah, it's really, really good. Love fresh cranberry sauce. So I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.